Boo! Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about Vinco Ventures or BBIG stock, soon to be known as Zash or ZASH. That's going to be fun when the ticker changes to that. But it's been kind of a rough day for BBIG. There's been some good news, but mostly bad news. So what happened was the Tide dividend spinoff, right? That crashed the stock price when the spinoff got delayed to December. So we're going to actually have to wait even longer now because we never got the Form 10 this week. They said they were going to get it to us around the week of October 25th, 2021. Well, it's Friday, 5:30 p.m. The latest you can upload a file to the SEC is 5:30 p.m. Now with processing, they say that might be getting to us this weekend, but I don't see this Form 10. I don't think you guys do either. So we did not get that Form 10, which is basically an explanation of what Tide is as a company, their financial statements, their outlooks, their risk factors, all of that juicy stuff. We didn't get it. So the Tide dividend likely might actually end up coming now in 2022, but I'm not going to make any bold claims on that. So it's very, very unfortunate. A lot of people are disappointed. I've been taking a few polls. Some people are starting to think BBIG is a scam. So if you guys do believe that, honestly, at this point, I don't blame you. I'm upset too. We should have been getting that Form 10 this weekend. And also, when Ted Farnsworth, the director of BBIG, was mentioning in his interview with Benzinga that they would have press releases, they would be more communicative with their investors. We're not getting any of that either. There's no press release, there's no Twitter. We'll go over that in a minute. But honestly, I'm a bit disappointed with the company. I'm sure you guys are as well. We should have gotten that filing, but we didn't, and we're not even getting any communication from the management of the company. It's just, I don't know. It's a bit of a sore subject for me right now. I'm pretty upset, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it, so we can only move forward. If you guys don't mind leaving a like on the video, it's always very highly appreciated. It's the #1 thing you can do to help me out here on this channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit those post notifications down below. We go live at 9 a.m. so if you got those post notifications on before market open every morning, so if you got post notifications on, you're golden. You get notified when I go live, and you can join me at market open. Anyways, if you guys wanted to become a member of the Hoot fam, we had our first members only live stream today. It was a private interaction. It was awesome. You can join it using this card above. We also got trade alerts, and we've been doing really well with those. So check that out if you guys want to. Anyways, let's just get right into the video. So here we have it, guys. SEC.gov. We searched Vinco Shrinko, BBIG, nothing. We only got what we got from 1025, and it's obviously not the Form 10. I'll refresh it for you guys just to prove it to you guys. We got absolutely nothing. Also, we can come here, press releases on Vinco Shrinko's website. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Last thing we got was from October 20th, so it's very unfortunate. And then again, Twitter, refresh that for you guys. Absolutely nothing. And obviously they're not going to be doing any type of like press release on their Twitter page. I mean, you can see what they post about on Twitter. Yeah, like they're not going to be posting anything for investors on this Twitter page. Nothing here on the zash.global website as well. So they're pretty much gaslighting investors at this point because they said, Ted Farnsworth literally said verbally that he will have press releases in the future so that investors aren't just shocked when some events like this happen. And you guys can see on the chart right here, we didn't get any press release. They delayed the dividend. Ted Farnsworth said it's going to be a-okay, champ. It's just coming a bit later. But again, it's a week of October 25th has passed and absolutely no dividend. But there was actually some good news from a technical standpoint on BBIG. So we can just take a quick look at the chart, look at the technicals, because they are actually signaling some health. And you guys can see if we scroll in down here, 455, we pretty much got a double bottom at around 457, almost a triple bottom right here. So BBIG doesn't want to go below there, and we got a little bit of a reversal right there. And you guys can see the 50 and the 25 moving average have also crossed, so this could signal a gap back up. If we change this to the daily chart, there is in fact a gap to fill right here, back up to around $6 per share, about $5.87. And Benzinga actually had an article where they talked about this. There's another gap to fill up here, up to $7.49, and then there's a long-term gap to fill all the way back up to $9.53. So you can check out the Benzinga article if you want to learn more about those gap fills. Apparently 90% of the time a stock fills a gap back up, so there's probably a pretty high chance of us getting back towards $6 per share in the near term, especially with having this 50 and the 25 crossing. The technical analysis works out pretty well with BBIG. I think the top that we'd go before we get any announcement on a dividend would probably be the 200 moving average. That's where it would find some resistance. We can go to the daily chart. You guys can see we're obviously in a downtrend, so this could obviously come in reverse. It does look like it's reversing just a little bit. We've had 2 green days in a row. This is the first time we've actually seen this in a while. And also, we had tons of call options expiring in the money. And especially with us closing above $5 per share, that's pretty huge for BBIG. We can go to this minute chart. You guys can see there was a weird candle right here where there was tons of either short covering or delivering shares to call option buyers. You can look at the option chain. You can see that we expired at $5 a share, and there's 20,000 call options that were in the money. So the vinco shrinko people behind the trade were trying to push it back down below $5 a share, but we ended up above $5 a share at $5.07 as we speak. But we've got a few more hours of after hours. But if we scroll down here, look at all these call options that expired out of the money, and this is what's pretty unfortunate, and it's what's unfortunate about the retail trade currently. This is huge. It needs to change about retail investors. You guys got to start buying some shares. All right, I'm just gonna put it plain and simple. I know some of you guys have gone out there and bought some call options, and most of the time they're gonna expire worthless. I mean, just look at this option chain on BBIG. We have 7,000 expiring at the 15.5. Like, why are people even speculating for that? 5,000 at 15. Then we can scroll up right here. 12,000 at the 10, 11,000 at 7.5, 12,000 at the 7, 9,000 at the 6.5. 6 has 22,000 contracts. So this one also has 18,000 contracts at the 5.5. So there's just tons and tons of contracts that just expired worthless, and I'm assuming most of them were probably bought by retail. So that's very unfortunate. I'm not proud of that, especially as a retail investor. You got to be diligent with the company. You can't just be speculating all the time. Speculating will get yourself burnt. And I know I'm always speculating. I'm always looking at the charts. I'm always looking at TA. But most of the time, I'm not making day trades based on the technical analysis. I'm just doing it to give you guys hope or see if there's any risks in the short term. But I'm not using it to actually day trade. I've been wrong before. Technical analysis is a game of probability, but it's never going to be better than actually having legitimate news for a stock. So I hope that is your lesson learned. If you guys did want to check out this charting software anyways, regardless of what I just said, check it out using this promotion right here for WeBull. There's a link below in the description or in the pinned comment section as well if you guys wanted to check it out. It is WeBull desktop. It's probably got the best user interface of any technical analysis software that I've ever used. I mean, you can see it for yourself on my screen. They also have iOS and Android, and the best part is, if you haven't seen the promotion already, is you can get up to $2,300 in free stock as long as you deposit 1 penny on their platform. And again, if you don't have a penny, you're probably not watching my videos. So you can definitely check that out and hit the lotto, getting that $2,300 just for depositing a penny. Anyways, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about with the TA. You see a huge volume spike here at 1430. This was due to a Seeking Alpha article, and it actually did help us go into a bit of an uptrend. It's now using that 25 as a little support level. We also got some volume right here around 10:30 due to a Benzinga article, so we can take a look at both of those. The Benzinga article was definitely more legit in my opinion than the Seeking Alpha article. I'll show you guys the weaknesses of the Seeking Alpha article, but obviously the Seeking Alpha article gave it a lot more volume. We can look at the minute chart too to just get a good idea of what happened. I mean, this is when the Seeking Alpha article came out, and it was just a massive pump, and it makes no sense. This happened last time too. We got a massive pump from the Seeking Alpha article, but it's kind of like a phony article, and I'll show you exactly why. They made a huge mistake in it. Anyways, we got the technical analysis from Benzinga right now. So Benzinga actually asked their Twitter followers for what they wanted to do technical analysis on. They did it for BBIG. I pretty much went over what Benzinga already went over. They've got the gap to fill to 5.56 and 5.86, like I said already, and there's also a lot of support here at 457. You guys can read this article if you guys wanted to, but I just want, for the interest of time, to get into this one so you guys can see. Last chance to buy cheap BBIG shares, big dividend announcement imminent, maintaining our $40 price target. They're saying this as if they are a financial advisor or financial analyst, but you can read this right here. Please note, blog posts are not selected, edited, or screened by Seeking Alpha editors. So this is a blog post. They're not even affiliated with Seeking Alpha. They're just posting on the Seeking Alpha blog. It is completely different than a Seeking Alpha article, so keep that in mind. Also, they were talking about the Benzinga article in it. So the Benzinga pump didn't really pump up the stock, but the Seeking Alpha from Biotech Lab with 241 followers ended up pumping up the stock. It makes no sense. And the other thing that they talked about was the BBIG's Form 10K, which was filed with the SEC. If we go back to October 19th, and my apologies, he was saying October 19th was when this 10K was filed. There was no 10K filed on October 19th. There was 3 8Ks, but there was absolutely no 10K filed. And if you scroll all the way down to the end of the article, they start talking about the 8Ks, and I don't know if I see it right here. Yeah, Form 8K. So this was their second point. So they had a typo saying that a 10K was filed on October 18th, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, we still are on this short squeeze leaderboard. We keep falling down it though. We're now at 34, still at threshold security as indicated by the T. 34 on that list. You guys can see it right there, and you can see right here as well. BBIG, Vinco, Shrinko still on the threshold security list. So they used that to pin our price down when we were rallying, but we're still there now. Anyways, we have the Ortex data for BBIG. Cost to borrow keeps coming down just a little bit. We're at 48% as of now. Short interest is coming down. More shorts are covering their stock. As you guys can see, with the price coming down, more shorts are getting out. They're taking profits. About 7 million shares were returned as of today, and that's a pretty decent chunk of the estimated short interest. Now, another 3 million shares were taken out, but shorts are getting a little bit more scared to short the stock, and it makes sense. Utilization is also at 96.47%, and that is also to be expected. With more short covering, there's more shares available to be shorted. Everything else is the same. If you want bigger dive into the short interest data, watch my video from yesterday on BBIG. Moving over to Fintel, you can see we have an 87 out of 100, putting us at rank 35 on the short squeeze leaderboard. You can also see there's about 300,000 shares available to be shorted as of about 5 hours ago. There's probably a bit more, just going off of what we've learned. You can also see that the borrow rate has been coming down, and this is what happens when shorts do end up covering their stock. The borrow rate does end up coming down, and we can also see that the dark pool volume ratio as of yesterday did come back down. So there was weird and short volume ratio, my apologies, but you can see there was a spike up to 43 and 51, but as of yesterday it came back down to 38, which is still pretty high, but it was weird. 1027, 1026, we got that weird dark pool volume, and it does make sense why there probably was added short volume. You can see that it tested the $5 level the second time on 1026, trying to push it under there, and they were successful on 1027 when they had the most short volume and it went right back down on 10/28, and we had a green day on 10/28. So it makes sense why that happened. It broke the support. There could be some weird stuff going on. I mean, Hudson Bay could be behind this all as well. We just don't know what's going on behind the scenes, unfortunately. We can just look at all this data that I have, but it doesn't tell the full story. Anyways, we have the call option flow, 10K premium or more, ask side only. It was pretty split from the looks of it, but we can pull up the chart as well. It was about 78% bearish premium. So again, bears are taking over control. You can see that they're using the expiration date of 1/21/2021 as well as the 10/29. So there was a lot of bearish bets as of today, and I think some of those might have actually expired worthless, because actually no, not expired worthless, but they did expire, and they probably did lose money on a lot of those, at least the ones that were expiring today, like this one right here. They likely did lose some money because we did have a green day. That's what would make sense. But again, the 121 is also being targeted, and they're going as deep in the money as possible, it seems like, at this point, with the $9 strike price. So they're still adding short interest that way, even when there is a limited amount of shares to be shorted. So that is definitely a risk. And the call option volume is going for that 121 now. So a bit longer of an outlook. They're waiting for the tide spinoff to get that dividend anticipation rally again, like I've said in the past, and they're going for like the 5, the 9, the 4.5, and everything below $5 for the strike price as well. Here we have the historical flow for BBIG. I just wanted to point out that today we had a bit higher of a call option flow, which is a bit better. I mean, that's pretty good considering that we've been pretty much decreasing for ever since that dividend anticipation rally. It's been coming down. So this is really the first sign of a technical reversal in BBIG, which could be a positive thing going forward into next week, especially if we get some more information on Tide and the Form 10 that is coming. We also can look at the dark pool volume, and forgive me, this is the first time I'm looking at this. You can see that oh wow, so today we had a decent amount of dark pool volume, the most amount of dark pool volume that we've seen since the actual sell-off over here. And I believe this is likely because of what I was talking about earlier, those $5 strike price call options. So you can see right here, $5 strike price, 20,000 of open interest. They were trying their hardest to get it to expire below $5 per share, but they were unsuccessful. They were able to hold it below $5.50. We were getting up there to $5.25 at one point, especially with that Seeking Alpha push, but they were able to suppress it. So that's likely why the dark pool volume was so high. They were just trying to suppress the stock price. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but you can see the 10 biggest option trades as well. The top 3 of them were puts. So puts are being heavily traded. Again, they're going with that $9 strike price, 1/21/2022. So yeah, it's not the best outlook on BBIG. That's pretty much all I have for this analysis. And again, they really did not deliver what they promised to investors with that Form 10. We said we were going to get it. They said we were going to get it on the week of October 25th, and that's just not the case. They did not give us that Form 10 as of this week, and it's honestly pretty disappointing because I was expecting it this week. You guys were expecting it as well, and Ted Farnsworth in clear space has said that there will be press releases so that investors stay informed. And here we are getting gaslit by management again. First of all, they extend that Tide dividend about 3 months, and they do nothing. They come on after a huge backlash, but they do nothing. And now again, they don't give us that Form 10. And what are they going to do? Probably nothing. So it's kind of irking me at this point. I don't know what to think about the future, but at least at this point, we're looking like we're finding a technical bottom at about $4.50. So from there should not be too much downside. And again, we're just going to have to wait to December and really see what this stock is all about. It's unfortunate I can't be bringing you good news, but I need to bring you guys my honest thoughts. And I am honestly very upset with what management has done with BBIG stock, and I'm sure you guys are as well. That's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know it's a tough one. I know these things happen, but I'm here with you guys. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment down below or join the Discord channel. I'm happy to answer any questions. We do a bunch of speculation over there. It's a lot of fun. I want to say conspiracy theorists because we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes with Bbig, but we do have a lot of theories, especially with Hudson Bay, especially with management. So you can get into that as well with the Discord. Like the video if you guys have not already, subscribe for more, and hit that bell down below so you don't miss me at market open every day, 30 minutes before open at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit those notifications if you guys want to join the Hoot fam. I'll leave a card right here in the top right corner of your screen. You can also hit the join button down below. You get access to private live streams. We had our first private live stream today. It went really well. I had a good discussion with some of the members. I was actually able to teach you guys a bunch of stuff that we don't really talk about here on this channel. Instead of just covering stocks, we were talking about long-term strategies. We're talking about the time value of money. I was going over a bunch of different strategies that I go over as that I learned about when I was actually getting my education in finance, my Master of Science in Finance. So it gives you a different perspective, especially with that. So I highly recommend at least checking it out. Again, guys, it's the join button down below next to the subscribe button. You won't regret signing up. And if you guys wanted up to 2,300 in free stock just for depositing at least 1 penny, check out WeBull. Again, links in the description or pinned comments. That's about it. Stay safe this weekend. We've got Halloween coming up. We need you guys ready and primed for my live stream at market open, 9 a.m. on Monday. I can't wait. I just can't wait for next week. It's going to be lit. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Peace.